Hello everyone, Elijah here, and to get things started, I want to thank you all for 100 subscribers. Yay! Uh, it means the world to me that all of you have taken the time to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos and things of that nature. Thank you once again. And in this video, I will be doing a Q&A for those of you who are following me to get to know me and any future people who come onto my channel or my page can also get to know me from this video. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Like I said in my intro, my name's Elijah. I am 22 years old. I currently have a degree in mechatronics engineering. What am I doing with that degree, we may ask? At the moment, nothing. I'm kind of like in this like transitional period between graduating college and trying to figure out what to do next with my life. And I've really just been focusing on, I guess, my hobbies at the moment and kind of just enjoying myself as I go through this like transitional period and whatnot. Also, the middle photo of me is like a Halloween photo and me dressed up as an e-boy because I don't typically normally dress like that, even though I really wish I could, but that's besides the point. The reason why I started YouTube was one, because of self-expression and like building confidence. I really wanted to find a way to express myself and also find a way to build confidence of speaking for myself and sharing things that I enjoy and just talking to people, communicating with people, building communities and things of that nature in the comfort of my home. And I feel like social media is like the easiest way to do that. And number two reason why I started YouTube was because I wanted to better my editing skills and get better at like video editing and things like that. I love watching people who make like video edits of like their favorite TV shows and things of that nature. Even though most of my videos don't necessarily use that intensive editing by any means, but in like my Valorant compilations and some of my like horror game compilations, I do try to add in editing skills that I have seen or learned from watching other videos and things of that nature. So yeah. When it comes to the plans for my channel, I am more so just looking to continue to play video games that I enjoy, and hopefully as time progresses, I get better equipment so I can do, live streams, as well as playing more graphically intensive video games. My laptop can only run so much, and that's why a lot of my content is heavily Epic 7 because Epic 7 is a less demanding game to run. The reason why like things like my Valorant compilation videos take so long because it takes so long for me to get like one good like gameplay footage without my computer or my OBS crashing halfway through or my computer overheating and or my game just lagging out really badly. So as my equipment improves, hopefully my gameplay improves as well as the games that I do play on this channel also improve. This is a hard question because I would never really want to live anywhere permanently. I actually would prefer to just travel around and see the world. So there are a lot of places that I would want to visit. Some of those places at first being like New York City as one of them, California. I like to go to Paris just to see the Eiffel Tower, things like that. So yeah. When it comes to my all-time favorite video game series, it is most definitely in the longest series that I've played for the longest time. Probably the first, or I guess second video game I really got into has to be Pokemon. 100% Pokemon. I started playing during Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I think I was probably like 6 or 7 when those games were released. I had no idea what I was doing, but ever since then, and the Pokemon anime, I was like hooked like forever and ever, and I still play the Pokemon games today. Would like to introduce more Pokemon content onto my channel, but still trying to figure out how I want to do that. If you saw my Nuzlocke series, you know that Nuzlocke's do not go well for me. So yeah. So you're gonna have to just believe me on this one, and honestly, this is what my parents have told me. But apparently, my parents, when they were at a Waffle House, CeeLo Green was apparently there as well, and there is a photo of him holding me as a baby, and I guess that counts as me meeting somebody famous, even though I don't really remember it, nor do my parents have this photo that they allegedly taken at some point. Um, the other famous person that I have met is Tyler Perry. I went to one of his plays with my family, and after the show, I actually got to meet him. I do not have a photo with him. I don't think I do. Most of these photos are like what my parents have, and I don't have those photos. But we also met the cast of The Haves and the Have-Nots, who was also just like seated in the audience of that play. And my parents and stuff, like we were seated right by them. Like we were seated right by them. So we got to meet them. Because we were in a theater, we couldn't really like take pictures per se. Because, you know, we're in a theater, we're watching a play. That would be kind of awkward. Um, but yeah, I'll put an X over the picture of the cast members that I am for sure positive that we did see and did get to meet and talk to. When it comes to my relationship status, it's definitely very, very much so single. I've actually never been in a relationship before or really dated anybody before, for that matter, and done anything like that. But I do know that my interactions with like Brevin and like the House of Ashes series, as well as my interactions with Joey in the It Takes Two series, may seem a little sus, but I am very much single, and those two are just like very close friends of mine. So yeah. You know, any of my hidden talents aren't necessarily hidden, and I don't really have anything like special, I guess. All of my talents are pretty like standard things like singing, dancing. I used to sing in chorus for like 12, 14 years. I also used to dance. I was on the step team in like high school and stuff. What else? I also do art sometimes. I don't really do that much anymore. I typically just stick to like random sketches from pen and paper, as well as sometimes dabble into digital art. What is my biggest pet peeve? This is a very easy question for me because it's something that bothers me more than anything in the world. It just transcends, it just is the easiest way to make me upset and uncomfortable. And that is when people talk or like eat like loudly. So like if they're talking with their mouth full, that's already like a no. But also if I can hear you smacking or hear you like chewing your food from a distance, I am like that is the fastest way to get me to just get up and leave a place. I as a somebody who went to a college and eaten in like public cafeterias and things like that, the amount of times I have heard somebody like behind me just eating loudly, and I would just like lose my appetite and just get up and leave. Like I just cannot deal with hearing people eat. It bothers me so much. So one, and I have so many embarrassing stories, but one embarrassing story that sticks out to me was I think I was in the first grade year, and I was a very nervous child, by the way. Like I was super nervous, super like I was always shaking. I was always very scared. And with those nerves, I was also very sick a lot of the times, and it was due to like things like motion sickness and like whatever the case may be. I was just a very nervous little boy. Now, in I think first grade or kindergarten, it was after recess. We were all lined up to the water fountain getting water after we played outside and run around and whatnot. And this girl, she was like, it was so funny because she was like, no, I was like the sweetest girl in the class, like everybody liked her or whatnot. And she was in front of me and she turned around to me and she was like, oh my gosh, Elijah, I like your outfit. And before I could even say like thank you, before I could, you know, even say anything to show like my gratitude for her complimenting me, I immediately began to projectile vomit all over her. And it was so embarrassing, not only because of, where that was located. It was like the water fountains and then the cafeteria was like right to like the right of us. So like the whole school basically saw it. So like everybody who was in the lunchroom saw that took place. Everybody that was like with me lining up for the water fountain saw it. The teacher, my oh my gosh, my teacher like immediately like ran because she like saw it happening in front of her and she tried to like kind of like push me out the way or like stop it from like being as bad as it ended up being. But yeah, even though I would say it's probably more embarrassing for the girl who got covered in vomit, but it still was just as embarrassing for me. So, but yeah, I feel so bad. Even though the crazy thing is about this story is that girl actually ended up transferring schools after. I want to believe it has nothing to do with that incident or me, but you really never know. So those are all the questions that I have. Feel free if you guys want to ask some questions of yourself in the comment section down below. I'll just respond to them. But yeah, that concludes this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help out my channel a lot, as from previous videos of people doing that, it has boosted my channel a lot, which allowed me to get the 100 subscribers that I have currently. So if you are wanting to join the family, please feel free to join. It does mean the world to me. And after all of that rambling, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!